study now for only 100,000 pesos per semester.
Do not lose hope. Hey, it's me, Awebriii, and welcome back to another video. In today's episode, we will be talking about the scholarship inclusions for the financial aid scholarship in the Ateneo de Manila University, I'm. Also, I'll be answering some frequently asked questions later on in the video. For those who don't know, I am currently studying in the Ateneo, and I am also a financial aid scholar, a FinAid scholar. And because of that, I'm not really, knowledgeable about the other kinds of scholarship, but I briefly discussed those in my previous video. Please check that out for more information. Before we talk about the inclusions, let's first talk about the possible beneficiaries of this scholarship. Financial aid scholarship is given to students who are in need of financial assistance for their education. So, what are the criteria for the selection? First, you have financial needs. Next, you have intellectual ability. And third, you have sense of service. Let's go through this one by one. For the financial needs, applicants have to answer a financial aid questionnaire or form wherein they have to disclose their financial situation, such as their family's annual income or their family's annual expenses, like that. The intellectual ability talks about the applicant's academics. So this includes your grades, your academic standing, competitions, extracurricular activities, and such. And lastly, the sense of service talks about what you do or what you contribute to your community, such as charity works like that, or also church involvement. And now let's talk about the inclusions in the financial aid scholarship. Scholars can enjoy one or a combination of the following: 100% scholarship for tuition and fees, 75%, 50%, or 25%. Book allowance, which is 5,000 pesos per semester. Transportation allowance, which is also 5,000 pesos per semester. And also dorm assistance. Right now, because we're in a pandemic, Ateneo converted the book allowance to internet allowance, and they increased it by 5,000 pesos. So now the total of the internet allowance is 10,000 pesos per semester. By the grace of God, I am thankful to be receiving 100% scholarship for tuition and fees, book allowance, which is internet allowance right now, and transportation allowance. I am also a recipient of the dormitory assistance. However, we don't really use that anymore because we're not allowed to stay in the campus dormitory during the pandemic. So it's not that I don't want to use it, but we just, can't use it even though I want to. But because of the pandemic, we can't. Speaking of dorm, those granted with the dormitory scholarship can either stay within the campus dormitory or they could also find their own dorm outside of the campus. So for students who would like to stay in a dormitory outside of the school, will receive 55,000 pesos for one school year for their dormitory. So basically, they'll be given 5,500 pesos per month, since one school year consists of 10 months, right? Also, shout out to the viewers who are not from Metro Manila because you're in luck. Because applicants who would like to have dormitory scholarship have higher chance of getting approved if they are from cities or places outside of Metro Manila, like provinces or like from Visayas or Mindanao. They have a higher chance of getting approved, so if you're from there, you're in luck. I don't live in Metro Manila. I live in Laguna. That is why I was granted with the dormitory assistance. However, as I mentioned before, I was not able to use it because of the pandemic. Now, let's talk about your frequently asked questions in the comment section. First, how do I apply for the scholarships? So, for the financial aid scholarship, you have to fill out the form, as I mentioned, and this form is found in the Ateneo website. Remember that the financial aid form is different from your admissions form, but you have to pass them both at the same time because the results for your admission and your results for the scholarship are given at the same time. I personally love this about Ateneo because you don't really have to wait for your admission results for you to apply for the scholarship. It saves so much time. And also you don't have to worry about like what school you're going to choose or which school would offer you a scholarship and things like that, because Ateneo, they give like all of the results at once. For more information about that topic, please watch my video that I previously made that is more detailed and it has more information, so check that out. For upperclassmen or those who are studying in the Ateneo and would like to apply for the financial aid scholarship, you can do so. Just remember to pass the needed requirements like the documents and the financial aid questionnaire when the application starts. However, you can only be granted either 50% or 25% scholarship for tuition and fees and not the 75 or the 100. Also, your grant will be applied in the next school year during the first semester. Another frequently asked question was, does my scholarship application affect my asset result? Is there like a boost or like an advantage or something like that? No, there isn't. You have to first pass your asset before you are granted with a scholarship. It's not the other way around. So even though you did apply for the scholarship, there is still a chance that you will not be granted with the scholarship because you did not pass the asset. So you really have to pass the asset first. And another question, is there a chance that my scholarship will be revoked or removed? Yes. This can happen in different ways. First, you don't need it anymore. As I mentioned, financial aid scholarship is given to students in need of financial assistance. So if you don't really need the financial assistance anymore, then there is no point of giving you the financial aid assistance, right? This can happen when like your family's annual income increased significantly up to the point that you don't really need any assistance at all. What could happen is that your 100% scholarship might be reduced to 75 or 50. It really depends on the family annual income and also expenses. How does the school determine this? Yearly, we scholars have to pass our financial aid questionnaire. And there, we have to update our information, like is there a significant change with our financial situation? Basically, we have to answer all of the questions again. Once we pass that, the admissions would review that and they would see if we need an increase with our scholarship grant or a decrease. It really depends on your family's financial standing. Another way is that you're not able to maintain your grades. Yikes. Fortunately, financial aid scholars have the chillest maintaining grade out of all the scholarships, because financial aid scholars just have to maintain their grades according to the passing grade set by the university. So meaning, our maintaining grade is just the same with other students, with paying students, like with regular students. Our maintaining grade isn't really that high. Here are the maintaining grades for different school years. Ateneo did this because financial aid scholars already have stress in their end because they're already struggling financially, right? I mean, duh. So Ateneo doesn't really see the need of further stressing out the financial aid scholars by raising their passing grade or the maintaining grade, right? So our maintaining grade, as I mentioned, is just like the chillest. It's just the same with other students. However, if in case that you were not able to maintain your grade to the passing grade set by the university, you just have to write a letter addressed to the admissions director explaining why this happened, and Ateneo might still reconsider your scholarship and still give you a second chance. So, do you have questions? Comment them down below and I'll try my best to answer them. See you soon, future Atenean! Also, side note, for freshies out there, please attend your ORSM because I'll be there as your TNT. I'll be there as your facilitator. Bye!